So, guys, I know it's been a long time, but we are finally back with another episode for this PIECAST, and I'm here with Angel again. And just today, we're going to be talking about shows we've seen since I stopped making videos, basically, and it's been a while. I've just been really busy with work and
Just a lot.
doing other things. Yeah, just it's very hard to manage all this time. Like I'm trying to focus on my other channel also, and this channel, and I'm starting to get the ball rolling again. I'm trying to find time to do these things in my life that I want to that can distract me from the real world. But since then, I've seen a lot of good shows. I've finished some animes, but we'll get into my shows in a bit. But first, what are some shows that you've seen since then, Angel?
I watched Gotham, which was really, really good.
A
I'm
little
glad.
too late to that.
Yeah, I'm really late,
Yeah.
but it was worth. It was worth the wait.
Even later than Smallville. I mean, no.
No.
Smallville's even later.
Smallville's like 15 years. It was 15 years in the making, but Gotham was worth the wait because it was actually a really, really good show. It's funny though, they make the villains not seem so threatening. They kind of seem slightly pathetic than what they are seen like in the Arkham games, which is kind of funny.
Like the
But
Batman's rogues,
the what?
like his main bad guys.
Like his
You're
bad,
talking about like
Penguin
Riddler.
seems like he just has mommy issues, and like he don't really see it too much of a threat. He's just like somebody that just wants to be like, Well, you kind of get that in the games. The Riddler, the Riddler's a Riddler, but like nobody really seems like a crazy person except for the Joker, really. I know I'd heard that they said that the ending was really, really bad. I mean, I guess it wasn't terrible, but I mean, I kind of saw how it was gonna end. I know I had seen the very last clip of how it ends, but actually watching the whole episode it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
It was alright.
when the show actually ended, like around that time, I remember
There was a lot
like
of
there was
shit
a lot of
that-
posts
yeah,
saying like, "Oh, the ending was so bad," but like when I saw it with you, it was a pretty good ending.
it's like, how did you expect it? I mean,
Yeah.
it's literally that's how it was gonna end because that's how it technically starts.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not Christian Bale, but because Christian Bale's even starts kind of like the him even before the whole training thing. It's kind of like a mid,
Yeah.
like that time starts. But yeah, that was a good show. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I actually started it later though, because I could watch it binged instead of having to wait weeks. Because I hate that. I hate it a lot. I despise it. And yeah, we haven't talked about that yet either.
Oh yeah.
That's a little bit later. We're gonna talk about that.
Well, at least starting a show that's already done. Yeah, like how you said, you don't have
Yeah.
to wait for it to come out for the next season
yeah.
come out or the next episode for a week.
And then since I was on the DC kind of role, I started Smallville because I heard that show was really, really good, and seeing that it went on for freaking 15 years, I guess it speaks for itself.
Isn't it 10 seasons?
I think it's like 15. 10 or 15, I could be wrong.
I'm
Honestly,
pretty sure it's
I
10
don't know.
seasons. 2001 to 2010, I think.
Oh, but it was long. It was long.
What season are you on?
I believe I haven't been watching it for the past 2 weeks, but it's like I'm on like near the end of season 3, like 2 or 3 episodes if I can tell. I think I'm almost done, and I really, really like it. It's kind of like Gotham, you kind of get the characters that are likable, and then like I said, the first season you saw a few with me, and what's it called? It starts very like your typical, teenage Superman with his teen problems and stuff, but then it like it just next season 2 just takes off into like bigger situations with his powers and stuff. But so far I'm liking that one and hoping to start it up again and get that one rolling.
What I'm most
See what it
intrigued
is.
about for that show is when they're actually going to introduce the other characters for the Justice League, and if they're going to give them like a lot of screen time, also,
I wanted to look up into it, but I didn't want to like.
you want to be
I mean,
surprised.
I know it's not like new, yeah, but I don't want to be like. I kind of did spoil myself that I saw that Cyborg does in fact come out.
Oh, he does.
Apparently not till the latest, but I could be wrong. That's just what I had seen if he was even gonna come out. But yeah, I'm kind of curious as to like what other members come out, kind of like what happened in Gotham. Like just seeing the new characters like come out was pretty cool. Like seeing the little backstories.
Oh, when it comes to Gotham, and I'm not sure if like the show's been out for a while, so if we talk about stuff that happens in that show, like it's not a spoiler. But the whole thing with Barbara, that just like in the beginning, it took a whole 180, and then the 180 just turned around at the very end.
It just became a whole fucking 360, but like where she just had some issues in between. Like the thing is, her character. I get the whole. It kind of seemed like they went with the whole like woman empowerment thing because she kind of like does become like a
Girl
bit
boss,
of a,
slay queen.
Yeah, basically. And I mean, she's okay. Like she's not bad. I just gotta say she's not bad, but it's just like the way they were writing her was just like she didn't come off as like likable, kind of like a boss woman. Like she just came off like very like.
The scene when she's on the fucking wheelchair just.
Yeah, that was funny. I like how they kind of like.
Wait, so he doesn't stay with her, right? He's still with the other chick?
He ends up with I forgot her name, Lee.
Yeah.
He ends up with Lee, but has a child with Barbara, which ends
Is
up
Lee
being
a character in the comic books or anything?
I looked it up because I kind of ruined it for myself on that point because I wanted to see, but it's because I was trying to look up more of the comic books of Barbara's like backstory because they never go into like Gordon's actual like backstory mainly. It's more like focused on Batman and everybody else. But I didn't really see it, and I ended up seeing like who he ends up with in the end, and I was like, ah, shit. Well, fuck me. But I still watching it's different. I still enjoyed it. The ending for the Battle for Gotham was actually pretty, showing how like the city itself became where the freaking whole city just abandoned it and it became a wasteland. And
as soon as the battle started, freaking Penguin took an injury to his eye.
yeah. Yeah, he was a good guy here and there, but like I said, they don't seem as threatening as like most of the games or adaptations of the comics that they make them seem. But they're more like likable villains. So where you're like you kind of feel like, wow, Batman's just being this shit out of this guy, and he's just like
they have mental issues.
He doesn't stand up. Like they don't stand a fucking chance, like at all. Motherfucker, like does pull-ups with like 300 pounds and apparently could squat like 1,000 pounds. So I mean, skinny little people and a guy that doesn't work out. I mean, they don't stand a fucking chance to that guy. The guy's a machine. But
they're just criminals. That's
it. It's the fucking hockey pads.
They're not super villains. They're criminals.
It's just the hockey pads. They're very blunt absorbent.
It's because they're not the type of criminals or like bad guys who like fighters.
Well, that's all his enemies are physical.
Well, because like, what's his name? Penguin. The whole Penguin's thing is that he has henchmen. Riddler's thing is that he has traps.
Well, he has henchmen too.
Yeah, but like he's more of the trap person, Bane, he's the fighter. Joker, he's like fighter, henchman, trap, everything basically.
Yeah, it's funny that like because I don't know if like a lot of people know that basically Bane is actually like one of the. I know that sometimes like I know he's been made fun of, but he's actually one of the most dangerous to Batman. If he didn't have his massive too much Venom sized, he would actually possibly almost kick Bruce's ass like almost every single time.
If he wasn't addicted to steroids, basically.
Basically, yeah. If he didn't roid out too much. But
fucking
the Bane that came out in that show was actually pretty cool too. Like, he sucks though. He only comes up like really very little, but
last season.
Yeah, like literally last season, and gets put like kind of like looks like a, what do you call it? Like something out of like a wasteland, kind of like cyberpunk mixed kind of guy. Like that's what he looks like the suit that's on.
Does he die in the very end, or like he gets locked up?
No, I think he just gets defeated and basically just now that he has that like lung thing because he got punctured in the lung and he has to wear that respirator now, and then he got injected with some venom, I believe. And but what else? The funny thing is, and going to the other show, Smallville, it's just funny that like, it's funny because that Kryptonite's his only weakness, so it's just like every episode, just it's. I mean, it's
apparently it's like super. It's a super rare Rock, but apparently they're in Smallville. It's fucking everywhere.
It's everywhere. Like
So basically, the one place Clark shouldn't be is where he is.
So how the whole, for those that haven't seen it, in the span of the present day, which was supposed to be like 12 years ago when it starts, the meteorite strike happens, and well, sure enough, yeah, he lands there. You know, he gets picked up, saved. You know, everybody knows his story. And 12 years later, they're still finding this kryptonite meteorites all over the fucking town, of course. And it just seems like every time he comes into contact with somebody in some sort of way, kryptonite comes in, whether it's a smoke, gas, or somebody that got mutated by it. So, yeah, it's fucking everywhere. It's like when you wish that was like the same thing for diamonds in Minecraft. You know, you just wish that shit was everywhere, but it just is not.
I still wonder if they're gonna bring back that guy from the very first episode, the one who electrocuted himself and forgot like his memory.
No, I think that character was a one and done.
Because he still has the powers, doesn't he? He just forgot.
I thought he shorted himself out. Like if he kind
like
of
overloaded
and kind of blew out his battery. I guess
he blew out his back.
I don't know. He kind of. They brought up a few characters again, but I think like most of them that you come back,
they die.
They end up dying. Like a few, yeah. They like we're introducing this villain, and then like somebody kills him. Yeah, and it's like I can't have the cast grow that big, you know. But yeah, that's the show. I'm kind of into that one right now, and
somebody say
to be honest, the chick that plays Lana Lang, the first time I had actually seen her in another show.
Another CW show.
Another CW, which was the Beauty and the Beast. And I wasn't really I'm not really too much into the whole kind of like romantic kind of thing. But one day I was just bored. And I was like, oh, this chick looks pretty hot. So I was like, and this guy looks pretty badass. And I was like, and the story sounds like fucking dope. I was like, oh shit, a guy that's a fucking soldier that.
Was she a princess?
She was a law student that wanted to be a lawyer. Oh. No, not a princess. She was a what was it?
Was she? Is she a cop?
Bill.
Is she a cop?
She becomes a cop.
It's one of those shows, right, where they're the cop and they like get the assistance of somebody else. Is he a cop?
No, he is a fugitive. Technically, he is
They get the help from the bad guys.
So in that story, it's actually I think it's. Believe that show Beauty and the Beast. I don't know where the fuck you would be able to find it, but if you do find it, it's actually a pretty decent show. It's like 3 seasons, I believe.
It kind of like has the.
It's that guy. What's his name? What's his that actor's name? He's the one that comes out in He's basically the good-looking guy, the one in Shape.
The Flash is on track to break a
record?
Painful DCEU box office record. The face that they use.
That's like some Mr. Beast.
Voice recordings and data from the mothership that carried the Titan submersible before it imploded. Oh, sorry, I'm getting off track. I'm just looking at the Google stories. What? I was gonna look up Mr. Cooper. What am I doing? What was I gonna look up?
The actor. Just look up Beauty and the Beast show. I forgot. Is it Vince? No, Vincent. I think is his name.
Vince Vaughn.
It's like I said. He's the good looking guy.
What is this?
That's the live action.
They made a live action movie like back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. That's the guy. What's his name? It's down there. Jay Ryan. That's the guy's name. Jay Ryan. Yeah, he's basically a soldier who got injected with something and blah blah blah.
Oh, he was like he's
a soldier.
Like a super soldier, right?
Yeah, basically a super soldier, and he has this weird primal DNA in him. And she was a cop, but her mom got killed. No, she was a lawyer. She was gonna be a lawyer, and her mom got killed on a night that she was picking her up, and she got saved by something. She doesn't know who or what, and then she decided to be a cop because of the fact that obsession with wanting to figure out who murdered her mother, and that's where the story takes off. It's a pretty good show. It looks like it got good ratings. 7 out of 10.
Damn, I was trying to see when the show started, because if it started sometime in like early 2010 or like 2005, 2006, 2007, I was gonna be like, that's when they kill off her character. Because I'm pretty sure she's gonna die or she's just gonna leave.
But yeah, so that show, I was like, oh, so when I first saw the show, I saw that chick, and then when I saw the Smallville, I was like, oh, it's that same chick,
I know her from somewhere.
and I was like,
You're-
yeah, I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna like this. So, yeah, but I was like, oh, this it's a good show, but yeah, that's
And that
what
guy's
else
like it's
is-
Superman.
who that guy,
The one who plays Superman in Smallville. Clark Kent.
the Tom, his name Tom or Sam Wellington.
Tom Hiddleston.
So I think it's
No.
Tom Wellington
Yeah,
or something
Tom
like that.
Wellington.
Yeah, he fucking looks like a Superman. He looks like a Superman.
I wonder if they're gonna like make him, cause like right now he has like his hair like how Superman looked like when he was young. You know.
I think his hair's changed like 3 times already.
Do you
throughout
think?
the seasons.
But like, do you think like when he actually becomes Superman, he's actually gonna do like the whole comb slick back thing?
Probably. Well, because by then he would be like they
And
would probably
older,
they
like
would
an
probably want to
adult.
make his character more like mature-ish, like
That's
look
true.
more clean cut, like. Yeah, and I can't wait. I don't know.
Should I be Superman for Halloween?
Do it? You can. I mean, you did when you were a kid,
I just gotta get a lot of padding, muscle padding.
or just work out a ton.
It wasn't Superman. My freaking costume. I thought it was a Superman where it could open up, but no, it was like literally just you just open up the thing and it's just the Superman symbol underneath.
It's like a padded suit, and then you rip open the chest, and it shows a symbol. So basically, it's just the action of like
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into.
Basically, it's
Superman.
like yeah, basically like a cheap 3-piece suit, like you said, and underneath like it only opens up like from the bottom of the chest up, and that just opens up and it's just
I mean,
Superman
it's
symbol.
a good idea, but
Yeah.
for a kid, yeah.
I just literally thought that like
it was
I'm
gonna
gonna be able to like change it out, and I don't know why. Like that would be a dumb costume. Because, sorry about that. I just use that word to mean stupid. Yeah, I'll cut that part out. But I don't know why I thought that would have been a cool idea. Like you know how dumb that would be. Where like literally when I thought of that costume, I pictured in my head like, okay, I'll show up to school, you know, like with this costume. I'll ask to go to the restroom, and then I'll come back with this super like take off the 3-piece suit, and I'll just be in Superman. Like I don't know why I thought that would have been cool in my head.
No, it's better than freaking. Imagine being Spider-Man trying to like take off your freaking clothes in the middle of an alleyway and change out into your spider suit.
Imagine being in a Spider-Man costume trying to take a crap. That was
I
me.
think that's a one piece set, so that's gonna be kind of hard.
That was me in pre-K. I still have that in my like burned in my
You
memory.
had that suit? Yeah, costume on?
I went just as Spider-Man
That's just
in
the
pre-K. Like
And how the hell why did they put the zipper in a point that you can't reach? Like
I think mine was like Velcro or
I
something.
Or that.
But like I had to go restroom and I was having trouble.
But
That's
yeah.
dumb.
What
Okay.
else? What else have I seen? Or Naruto? Well, we could talk about that another time. But yeah, I haven't worked on that one in so long.
For Naruto, I'm on like episode 400 out of 501, I think. But I just stopped watching it because Hulu isn't caught up on the dubs yet. So I'm just taking it easy, catching up on some other animes. I just finished My Hero Academia. It was quite disappointing because I thought this was gonna like be the last episode. So this whole time I was expecting like towards the end this awesome
Final
fight.
season.
But the only thing about season 6, like the awesome part was like just the beginning and a little bit of the middle. Everything there is just kind of like winding down, slowly playing it out, building it up for the next season again. And I didn't know there was gonna be another season because like literally all last year I was told that this is the last season of My Hero Academia.
I never heard that, but
Unless I was mistaking it for Attack on Titan, but
in my view, you're probably confused with Attack on Titan because it was happening at the same time. They
maybe.
came out around the same time, I
But
think.
I swear I remember.
Because even watching it, I kind of knew this wasn't gonna be the last season. Like I said, I just knew that this was just like a.
I kept checking the time. I was like on the last episode, like
Yeah.
there has to be more that's gonna happen. They're just there at
Uh,
UA doing freaking nothing.
That's why when I saw the way I was seeing how everything was building up, I was like, oh, okay, this is the climax. Like this is just shit's going like just barely gonna actually hit the fan. Like this is barely starting. Like an arc is going on right now, but. It was basically an actually arc. I think that's why a lot of people were like saying, it was like the edgy kind of. Honestly, there was nothing edgy about it. Like, I don't know why people were making like, Deku's being edgy and like, I'm gonna be a solo.
It's because he's trying to solo it out.
But the thing is, I didn't see anything edgy about it. I just thought like,
He
wants to do shit by himself. Like, fuck.
Well, it's not necessarily that he wants to do it by himself.
Well,
it's just that
to protect everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, what I'm saying though is like, That's it. He's just a kid that says, I wanted to go do shit myself. Like, I need to take care of this problem by myself to keep everybody else safe. Like, okay, it's not a big deal. Like, let the kid do what he wants. He's fucking has superpowers, bro. He's stronger than everybody. He's the strongest fucking being in the world. Like,
I could take him. But is he stronger than Goku?
pretty strong. Yes. There'll be a lot of people. Well, actually, with his chi, that he'll deactivate his.
Actually, when Goku gets killed, he'll just come back stronger.
Well, you know what? He was named after carrots. Carrots aren't very strong now, are they?
No, I'm pretty sure it's named after the monkey god.
No, because his name is Kakarot.
But it's not carrot. It's carrot.
Carrot?
Carrot. Carrot.
Grape.
Oh my god. You know, actually, that reminds me. I'm pretty sure I saw this a long time ago, but Anthony showed me a video. Or he sent a video to our other chat. Where it was like Dragon Ball Z in the Portuguese sub. And you just hear this audio.
I think I saw this.
Yeah, right? Like, it's nothing gross, but it's just... I'm not even sure if it's real, but it's just Goku Vegeta standing over Goku. Just like after a fight, you know, like when you're just standing there with your arms out, like tired. Well, not, you know, because people don't do that in real life, but in the anime. And he's just breathing, just...
He just finished the training session. It took the air out of him.
Ooh, monster! I just saw this.
What?
Unleash the beasts.
Yeah, they have a little cage there over there at the store.
Cool.
What else? What else we got?
What else we got?
No.
Oh wait, what were we talking about right now? Oh yeah, animes. Jujutsu Kaisen. We gotta watch Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
The movie. There's that.
What? Did you not like Jujutsu Kaisen?
No, I liked it.
You don't want to talk about it?
It's just forgettable. No, I'm just playing.
What?
Nah, it was really.
I really liked
good.
it.
It was good. I just wish there was more already.
Yeah, it's just the first season.
Just like, it doesn't really leave at a cliffhanger either, which is, I guess, not too bad, because if not, it would suck. I would have been like, jeez, this sucks.
Well, how does it end again?
It just ends up pretty much they're gonna get promoted. Yeah, they're gonna get promoted to the next grade level, or I don't know how they say it. But yeah, basically that they're just strong. That they're stronger, basically. I don't know how to get more into it, but just saying that, like, just basically stronger.
I wonder if Kaizen 0 is like a prequel, or if it's something that happens after. Kind of like the Mugen arc.
It probably might be a before kind of thing.
We gotta watch Demon Slayer. I've been hearing nothing but good things about it. I mean, the dub, though, is there's like barely 4 episodes in. And yeah, I watch my animes dub, okay? Because
I don't want.
I like watching my animes dub with English subtitles, because I like to read.
Yeah. We don't want to be like comedians, one eye up, one eye down. Start walking around the apartment, freaking speaking Japanese to each other.
Konnichiwa.
Nagasaki sushi.
Nagasaki, Hiroshima, sushi, sashimi. Damien does it better.
But yeah, that show's good. What's another?
Bro, this Frappuccino is making my stomach act up.
There are some other animes that I want to start. What was the other one?
I don't know.
There was what's it called? Berserker? The manga you got me right now. I want to watch
Berserk.
that one. Oh, Berserk. Sorry, I got it confused with that one. Yeah, Berserk.
That
It was like a 50-50 chance I missed that one. The Goblin Slayer's another one I want to watch.
The Goblin.
The Goblin Gobbler. There's that one. So far, those are the ones. I need to finish Cell at Work. Also, I haven't seen season 2.
I haven't started that one either. Oh yeah, I looked it up and it said that the difference between it is that the fights are more serious, because like how Cells at Work, the original one, is that like
it's more
every episode is like a new enemy.
Yeah.
And then like this one is like more like, because you know how sometimes anime fights they go on like for like multiple episodes and it's like more serious and stuff like that. Apparently, Code Black is like that. No. So I'm assuming it's more like fighting cancers, kind of like the way that the Cancer Cell episode went. I think it's like that, but more of that.
Another anime I'm is Baki. I'm like really into that one.
Baki.
And luckily it's gonna come out near around my birthday, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm hoping to see that one the way it's gonna, the whole arc. I don't know really jack about the character or whatever, the mangas, because I cannot afford all those damn books, and I don't have the space for those damn books or mangas.
You got a shelf right there. You got a shelf.
But
I've been collecting the Chainsaw Man mangas.
I even watched the original Baki show, which is actually really, really good. And honestly, the Netflix actually holds. I've read so many comments, but yeah, it really doesn't hold. The Netflix adaptation doesn't hold as much as it does to the original show, because his growth is just, it's incredible from the original. Like, it really is.
What do you mean? Like, the Netflix show isn't as good as the original show?
I've seen a lot of comments when they when the first. I remember when the first season for the Netflix series of it came out. A lot of people were saying like it wasn't, like, it's decent, but like, I mean, I like it. Like, I like it, but
isn't it copying like from, or not copying, but isn't it like using the manga as the adaptation?
I've never read the manga. Like, I don't even know the manga, so I don't know actually what happens. So I'm assuming the original actual show from the, I believe that, what was it, early 2000s or 90s? I'm not 100% sure, because it did have that grainy like texture, but it's that probably was off of the comics, I believe, and or the mangas, and so I just, it's just like that show goes up to that point, and then of course the way the original show ends is him becoming the underground champion at like 18 years old or 16 years old or something like that, or was it 13? Maybe 13, I think. I don't even know. And then the adaptation basically goes on to him being like, what, 17, I believe, like 4 years, and it just takes back pieces of what did happen in the original show. But the only thing is that the thing that kind of sucks about the adaptation, because I saw of course, the Netflix version first, and I found out, oh, there's an original show, like show before this, because the thing about that is because it invites the characters that came out in the original show. Of course, they have their reworks and stuff, but you're left like, who are these people? You don't really know anything about them, and they kind of give them like only like a 1 minute like refresh of, this person was like a doctor, and Baki fought him in the ring, but you're like, you don't know anything about him. And then, but if you watch the original show, you kind of see like the fight between them and the technique, nerve pulling that he does or something like that. You kind of get more into like that. Like, you see.
So it's like a doctor fighter, and he targets your like.
What he does is if I remember correctly, like, he gets close to you, and I think it's mainly the neck. Like, he does this like hook thing, and like apparently, he grabs a nerve, and then when he pulls it, well, he cuts it. So basically, like, he can't really move. But I can't remember how Baki counters it. I don't know if he does.
He tightens his neck.
I don't know if he slices it and he still like moves. I can't remember. Or if he grabs it. I think he grabs his hand, so he can't actually like close it and like cut the nerve or whatever. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But he does end up kicking that guy's ass. Something by the guy challenges him like I could take any impact. Like, I could take any impact to the stomach or something like that. So he fucking punches him. And I think he actually just not actually hurts him so bad that he knocks, like, actually fucking hurts him. And it's like, oh shit, this kid's actually strong. But yeah, it's a good show. But I think it might be on Netflix. I don't know where you'd be able to find the original show, but if you are able to, it's actually really, really good. It's the journey is cool. And don't even get me started on his father, Yujiro, man. That guy is a beast. That guy is just
fucking stopping an earthquake. Like, when I saw that clip, it was just crazy.
That's actually, I think, near the end of it. I think that's actually the end of the season. It ends somewhere where he finally fights his father. Yujiro pulls out the freaking Uno reverse on his ass.
Now, who would win in a fight, Yujiro or Goku?
I don't even know, I don't know, cause like how does Goku even work? Is he like,
I don't know.
Is he like just?
He's bullshit.
You know what's funny? I know they say that he knows karate, but from the fight scenes I've seen, he doesn't seem like he does any karate at all. Like he just throws punches and kicks. Like it's the same punches and kicks over and over again.
I'm pretty sure Goku would win versus Yujiro only because
Because he's more like an alien.
he has like superpowers and stuff.
I think he's actually an alien though. He's not even from Earth. He's from where are they from? From like
Cyan.
Cyan.
I don't know. The face.
Yeah, Goku probably would win. Like I said, because realistically, he's like a being or
Like
god or whatever. Yeah, so
his name is Son Goku. I know there's
Yeah.
Son Goku, the monkey god, but like, is he supposed to be that god or?
well, I think when he was a kid, yeah. Like I said, I don't
No,
know.
because I know they're monkeys, like the science, but like, is he actually supposed to be the representation of Son Goku?
I do not know. On me personally, you would probably have to ask Jose. Jose is the one that actually grew up watching it more. So if anyone, I think he would know more of the lore of that.
Equal stats? Question mark. Hanma takes both rounds.
Oh my God. Well, okay, it'd be like the conundrum or situation of like Muhammad Ali versus Superman, but there happens to be a fucking red sun right there.
Yeah. They like basically in order for the fights to happen, you have to put them on equal grounds.
It was what was it, Stan Lee that said that quote? Like I said it before, where it's like the writer is just the one that controls it.
Yeah.
It'd be like those death matches. Like yeah, there's the statistics and stuff, but like at one point there's gonna be a one-sided side.
I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, those death matches, it's just whoever they like. Cause like, for sure,
maybe
cause like the Master Chief versus Doom Guy. Like I love Master Chief, but there is no way he would win. Over Doom Guy. I mean, the game was barely coming out that year, so I don't think they got the stats from the games.
That was Doom 20. Was it 16? When did that game come out? 2016.
2016. Yeah.
Right.
But because even the model that they were using, it was the
based off of the 19.
Yeah, 1990s. It wasn't like Doom Guy using the Praetor suit or anything like that.
And that suit clearly and like. They were using like Doom original Doom 1 and 2.
They were using Doom Guy and not Doom Slayer.
Doom Slayer, because Doom Slayer is basically the upgraded version.
He's the immortal version of
He's basically a god, basically. Yeah, and
well, maybe that's why. Yeah, because like they're using.
Like I said, I feel like honestly, Master Chief probably would win against, because it'd be basically like, oh, imagine Halo 3, you're Master Chief and you melee a fucking Marine. Like, you're gonna kill him. Yeah. It's basically that's what Doom Guy was. He was a Marine.
Just a basic.
I think
Marine.
He actually is a Marine. So you take that and then you boost this guy to like a alien. I think from the lore, I think he actually gets basically beamed with this whole alien god thing that does this like this beam. What's it called? Treatment. And then the guy was like, "Hey, like this person, this woman is she's gonna be too powerful. We need someone to like calm her ass down." And then Doom Slayer's over here like fucking like, "Oh, you might die, but if you don't, you're gonna be a fucking god." And tosses his ass into the fucking microwave, put the super serum on. It comes out like Captain fucking America, and guy's a demon killing machine, and he's unstoppable.
That's actually a good idea for another video. Like it's probably too late for this one, but like death battles. We basically just talk about like different characters and give our opinion on who would win.
Like I feel,
of course, it'd be our opinion.
I know this is far from how we start. Like she started from like anime, movies, Baki, and blah blah blah. But I'm still kind of feel very very cheated by 2 fights by the death battles. And no, it's not the Superman versus Goku, because honestly, like I said, in the end of the day, it's just whoever they want to win. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Not just them, but like any person. You could keep throwing facts or whatever opinions out your ass. But honestly, I feel like Red Hood, just saying, I think Red Hood would beat the shit out of Winter Soldier.
That wasn't a regular death battle though. I don't think it was that channel. It was another channel.
No, that was a different channel. But whoever it was, I feel like there's no way that he would win.
Yeah, for sure Red Hood would kill Winter Soldier.
I know he's a hothead, but Jesus Christ, come on. He has training from fucking Batman. Batman literally beats the shit out of fucking super soldiers.
If y'all saw this YouTube video that me and Angel are talking about, it's like a live action death battle where it was Winter Soldier versus Red Hood.
Just saying, the live action fighting though, like their choreography and stuff is fucking good though.
Yeah, it's like
awesome. A fucking action movie.
But like the very end, they make a whole point out of Red Hood using like these tactics, these like
Some would say
tactics
like, oh,
like
it's
cheap.
like cheating. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's, but you know, that's technically it wouldn't. It would just technically a
And
strategy, you know.
I feel like they make a whole point about how Red Hood even
He
has a bomb
outsmarts,
on
yeah.
his helmet, right? And that he can like blow up his helmet by like, because he has like a bomb attached to it, which is actually fucking crazy to think that he's walking around with a fucking bomb on his head. But
Yeah, it's psycho. But
towards the
it's
very end of that death battle, freaking Winter Soldier like grabs his helmet, right? And at that moment, like literally in my head, you would think also like, oh, they brought that up for a reason. That Red Hood would like activate that bomb, slip out of it.
well, slip out first probably because he
Well,
was already gripping.
Well,
it.
yeah, but basically like slip out of it and like blow up that bomb and blow up the Winter Soldier's arm, because this is just his basic arm. It wasn't the vibranium one.
It's just metal.
So you would think that he would do that, and then once Winter Soldier loses his arm, I mean he's not completely
He wouldn't be
useless,
powerless,
but he would, that the metal arm makes him even more.
having a handicap, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, because he would have one arm missing.
And yeah, like I said, he's a super soldier, but like I said, he was trained by a guy who's literally taken down enemies that are way beyond even his league. So you gotta know this guy has that training as well. And they just,
Yeah.
like I said, I get it.
But the dumb thing about it is that doesn't happen. What happens is Red Hood just stays there,
Unless his fucking head gets
and
squished.
Winter Soldier just crushes his helmet, end up like squishing his face inside, I guess, and killing him. But Red Hood doesn't do anything. Like he could literally slip, like just because Winter Soldier's holding his mask, his fingers weren't even dug into it yet. He was just holding it. You can slip out of that. Like I don't know what they thought about that. I guess their budget ran low, like they couldn't afford the explosion or something. And I feel like that's probably the reason.
I feel
why.
like that was a cheated win.
Or yeah, they were probably biased.
Because
towards Winter
I
Soldier.
just feel like, and I think the movie had just literally came out.
Yeah.
Winter
Yeah, I
Soldier
think
had just
so.
came out, and I just feel like that just wouldn't happen. That could be countered into the other fight video that came out with Daredevil versus Nightwing.
I think Nightwing would win.
I kind of.
I just like Nightwing more. That's why.
Yeah. I like both. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, they're.
How does he kill him? He uses his electricity and
So-
shocks his helmet, right?
I think no. Technically, he doesn't even kill him. The way they go with that match is just like, I beat you unconscious, because they
But-
don't actually. Kill
But he like
kill-
short circuits the thing in his
So
mask.
what happens is, yeah, I can't remember verbatim like how it actually goes down. They're fucking fighting, they're going at each other, but they write this thing to where apparently, what do you call it? He uses his so they throw this fact that apparently in his helmet because everyone knows, or those who don't know, Daredevil has super hearing. And he's basically like a superhero, basically almost like superhuman level in the comic books. And he has this hearing, which gives him echolocation.
Basically, he's a bat,
Yeah, he's basically a
but
bat,
not called Batman.
which is a point that some people made, which is funny. But so apparently in his helmet, I didn't know this, but apparently in the comic books, he has these not amplifiers, but these like
Sonars.
kind of things in a frequency antennas in his head, but that actually help him.
Yeah, like the little horns are antennas, right?
Apparently, there's something in them that actually help him control of that, so his ability doesn't get used against him. Apparently, there's the thing is that it because if it's too loud, it hurts him. But apparently, in his helmet, there's things that actually help him to where it helps him hear better, like even more. But it also doesn't injure him. And I guess because of the fact that what's his name electrifies it, and then he just like passes out, I think, and then he gives like one good punch, and he just goes down, and I'm like, and I was just like, wow, that's
Maybe it's like those things at the firing range, those
I mean,
mics where you can like pick up the volume where you hear more and
the
pick up the
frequency,
lowers.
yeah, like the earmuffs. So I kind of see that, and it's like, I mean, yeah, it could go both ways, but then you see like
You go both ways?
no,
I could go both ways.
no, I go one
I
way.
could see it go both
I
ways.
go the true way. I know the way. But you see the Daredevil show, and you're just like, it kind of seems in a way like there's no fucking way this guy kills like pieces of shit ninjas. Like I don't know. I guess I feel like it would
Well,
be a tie.
keep that in mind. Remember also, Nightwing was trained by the world's greatest
That's why I said.
detective.
That's why I said it could go like back onto what I said by him being trained by it. But he was also trained by kind of ninjas. He was, okay, so it's like saying basically the guy, what's his name,
Stick.
Stick, is basically
Batman.
like fucking Rage Al Ghul.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's like
basically
Rage.
the Rage, and then Batman is basically Daredevil.
Yeah.
So in a way, I'm like,
Ah, that's
how the
true.
fuck does
So
he
who would win, a Batman or a Robin? And in this case, Daredevil would be the Batman.
actually,
And
you know,
what I
if
mean?
Daredevil and Batman were to fight, since
Batman.
they're kind of actually on par.
Batman.
But that's the thing, though.
Gadgetry.
What happened? The thing with Bane and Batman.
Oh.
What happened there?
I am the dark.
He
Or what
realized
does he say? He relies on pageantry and
You think
gadgetry. What does he say?
you rely on.
I don't know.
I think he says you rely on tricks.
When I said you rely on pageantry, I just imagine like
He changed
Batman
it.
down a catwalk, like yeah, like
He just, like,
shiny outfits and stuff.
He's like wearing a fucking bedazzled white suit in the dark.
Wait, I
Your
gotta change my outfit.
Your pageantry is blinding. But he tells him like you rely on your tricks, and then the whole thing of like, you think the dark is your friend when you don't
You
know
merely
that the
adopted
dark,
it. I was
yeah.
born in it.
I think I had the saved on my phone one time. I had the quote saved because
It's
it's just so
badass.
fucking badass. Like,
Yeah.
it's so dark.
And when he
so,
grabs him,
yeah, and they do the same thing in the game. When he pulls his
Oh,
ass
yeah.
out of fucking elevator, that was so dope. He just looks like there's a disturbance in the force, so he just pulls his ass down. Well, that's what I'm saying. If Batman were to do that and rely on his tricks, don't you think like a guy who can actually see in the actual fucking dark? And how you gonna flashbang him? He's fucking blind. I mean, the sound maybe, but he's blind. I mean, and that's kind of what they do. So it's kind of like I said. I guess it could be kind of biased. I guess like I said, in that situation, I think it would just be like a whoever you want to win. That's just what it comes down to.
yeah.
And I think we could branch off into something else. The immortal Vin Diesel.
Oh.
Yes, as you all know, that son of a bitch doesn't even get a paper cut. I'm pretty sure as a kid the paper was the one that got the cut. He's like the fucking Chuck Norris now.
You know, rock paper scissors. It's Vin paper scissors. Because he doesn't like the Rock.
It's like yeah. Wait.
He doesn't like the Rock.
He doesn't like the Rock. So it's like you think the car is being driven by Vin Diesel, but it's actually Vin Diesel that's carrying the car.
Like at the gas pumps.
He's like the Flintstones. He's actually using his fucking feet to move the car. You're like, God damn, no wonder he's like.
At gas pumps where it's like unleaded plus or something like that, and then diesel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like unleaded plus, and then Vin. What
Just-
the fuck is Vin?
What the fuck is Vin?
It's short for diesel.
He's like, you put the fuel in, it's just like fucking cosmic glow. Like, what the shit is this? What in the Infinity Stone?
I mean, he doesn't even come out in that movie, but just that's the most thing that reminds me of Fast and Furious.
I guess it must be a white T-shirt kind of thing. Like, that must be a good fucking Hanes T-shirt or something. Cause Jesus.
Since we're on the subject of Vin Diesel, and I guess Vin Diesel is Fast and Furious, that's the only thing you think of. The movie being a two-parter. Now, wasn't the whole thing was that this movie, the Fast and Furious X, that was supposed to be the last one, and I knew there was gonna be a two-parter because like even the promo says the end of the road begins.
Yeah,
like
and
it was
you told
obvious.
me that, and I was like, at first I thought like, no, it can't be that, because he literally said
It was gonna be the last
like,
one.
why say it's the last one, and then you back off and say, oh no, you misunderstood me. It's the last one, but this is just the first part.
Now technically it is the last one, but it's the first part. No, but even didn't he end up saying, or we read somewhere that there's actually gonna be one after that, even at that, and then spin-offs,
Yeah,
which
apparently I heard that this was 10 at the time it hadn't come out yet. It was 10, and then he said, there's gonna be one more, but then
that there was gonna
and
be
then
like
I
a
heard
12
that there
or
was gonna be that there was 2 more movies being made, I think, and this was before. This is why when 10 was still announced, and I think he said there was 1 or 2 more. I could be wrong.
literally, if they're gonna continue,
And
they
that's-
should just
and that's
like
what he
combine it
meant-
with Transformers.
And that's what he meant by 2 more. After the 10 was the 2-parter, meaning 1 and 2. But and then spin-offs. So I'm pretty sure since he knows this idea is so lucrative, he's like, I'm not gonna let this go. Like, I'm gonna keep branching off.
It's ludicrous.
But as we can all see, like, well, apparently from what I've seen posts and stuff, articles, that it actually did bad compared to other Fast and Furious movies domestically.
I've seen
Domestic-
posts about
internationally.
like villains, and like everyone's just talking about Jason Momoa's character. Like
Appar-
apparently he was the best part of the movie.
Apparently, I've read. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just people saying that apparently he didn't like that Vin did not
Oh,
like that he stole his show because that's like basically his baby, and he's always the center of attention. And he has to have the cool one-liners.
more people were talking about Dante than Toretto.
And I feel like also when The Rock came out, like
Everyone's like,
I feel like
"Wow."
Dwayne stole the show a little bit, and I don't know if it's like by fact or what, but maybe he was stealing the spotlight because he was another big star.
Where's the baby oil?
Where's the baby? That was it.
Spoof.
Speed or Fast or something like that.
I don't
Whatever
remember.
the spoof movie was called. But yeah, like the whole two-parter thing is just like does the story really is it really that elaborated when we all know it ends the freaking same every single time at a freaking barbecue?
Well, does this one end at a barbecue? Have we seen it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a barbecue, but at somebody else's house.
It's the neighbor's house, right next door, and this time they didn't bring Corona. They brought something else, generic brand.
They brought Modelo because they lost the sponsorship for Corona.
They don't even know that.
Speaking on sponsorships, today's sponsor is Starbucks. If you ever feel like crapping yourself without having to eat Taco Bell, drink Starbucks. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, there's no sponsorships here.
Yeah, no, we're not like that.
We're just drinking it for the fun of it.
We're just drinking it because it tastes good.
Cause it's.
Hey, Starbucks, sponsor us. We'll say your shit's tasty.
We'll get Leo.
And gives you shits.
Leo. We got Leo.
Awesome powers.
But yeah, I was actually talking about with Ivan a while back that I think the new trend is a two-parter thing because
Yeah.
oh well, I actually forgot to mention that I saw the Titan show, and
Well, actually, to be more specific, sorry to cut you off, but yeah, two-parters have always been a thing, right? It's just that
it's
when
becoming more
specific
frequent.
what he's talking about is the frequency of it and the things that are ending that are having two-parters. So I guess this was a little far back, but like one of the first things I can think of that did this was Twilight and Mocking Hunger Games. They did that, but
the thing
more
with
recently.
the thing with those, I don't really put those I wouldn't put those in the same box as those, only because of the fact that you kind of would expect that from those movies. Like you see them as books, basically. Well, they were books, but that's why they're being written like that. Like oh, this is like chapter 1, and then they're meant to be like that because they're so fucking big.
But like, why have it a part 1 and part 2 at the ending? I don't understand it. Just make it its own movie.
I guess because I guess in that point is because the story's just so like.
It's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to create hype for it.
Yeah, and you want to be left with a cliffhanger, kind of like a show, like a season finale. And you're left like, I want more. And then by calling it like a part 2, it's like, oh shit, the story's about to get even more wild.
Yeah.
But
more recently though, what were the things that?
The ones that I've noticed were that one obviously. Back to what I was saying, the Titans. So for anyone who had seen Titans and liked it or not, I watched it because I saw the first season. I even owned the first season, and to be honest, it fell down really, really fast. I mean, the first season.
It fell off before it even started.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly,
like with
really
with the trailer.
I think I just liked it because of the fact that it was just, it's like so bad. It's just cringy bad. But I was just like, I couldn't get enough of the shit. I just like I wanted since I started. I was like, might as well like I'm going in. I'm already in here. Let's just keep going. Let's go down the fucking rabbit tunnel.
They killed Thad Castle.
That who?
Thad Castle.
Oh, that's his name. I forgot that's his
Blue
last
Mountain
name.
State?
Yeah. I like this character, the Hawk. I like this character, but since it's already been out for a while, there's no spoilers for it. But I know a lot of people did not like this show. I kind of like the way it ended. I didn't really care too much for the whole Superboy arc thing that they had, identity crisis that he had going. I mean, I guess it was kind of okay because I kind of get it, the whole identity, figuring out who he is. But it was kind of like a cringy little teen boy, and it's just like he's gonna go back to his like usual Superboy ways. But yeah, they did this. Well, the whole point of that show was the fact that they put it was like, what 12 episodes, and they literally put 6 episodes, and then they paused it for a month, and then released the next 6 episodes. Why? Why in the hell was that necessary? It was on its last season, and I guess they wanted straight. They wanted to keep people on HBO Max, which is now known as Max.
Max, another app.
And they wanted to keep, I guess, users for another month. I guess for those that did want to watch it. I mean, was it worth the wait for the next 6 episodes? Probably not, because you could just released it. But I mean, it was alright. It was okay show. It wasn't the best, but. And then I did not like what they did to my boy Jason Todd, Mr. Red Hood. They made him into such. Was it season 2? I believe season 2, or is it 3? I don't remember. How many seasons?
I never saw the show. Wait, who was made by a guy in that season?
Which one? Red Hood? Scarecrow. The one where Red Hood becomes Red Hood.
That's
Scarecrow.
season 3, right?
I believe so. I can't.
Yeah, because Red Hood became Red Hood in season 2.
I did not like the show had a good idea, but I did not like what they did with Red Hood. I think a lot of people can agree that they just turned him into like this whiny, just can't control himself. Like, I guess that's kind of like his character, I guess, in a sense, but they make him in a way that's just like really, really cringy and like just not very wanting to like you don't see like, oh, this guy's a badass, like he's the hothead, he's the cool guy of the Robins, and yeah, just. And then don't even get me started on Tim Drake.
Oh no, don't go there.
Don't go there.
Don't go there.
No,
it's too soon. Well, not too soon, but it's just too much of a topic you don't want to get into.
No, I want to get into it.
No.
Yes, I do.
Just...
I'm just saying, his arc was unnecessary.
Yeah, he was unnecessary.
You could have cut him out completely, and it wouldn't have fucking mattered.
The story would have gone exactly the same.
Okay, so.
Well, if you wouldn't have kicked that one person, Donald Trump would have died.
I'm gonna paint this picture for y'all, for you guys that did not see this glorious moment. So, Tim Drake finds out who Dick Grayson is because of some move that he could do when he was a little trapeze circus boy. The one-handed something. I don't know it for all those acrobatics out there. But, so he finds out who they are, blah, blah, blah. And there's this guy, and they're being shot at. I don't remember exactly what happens, but they're being shot at, basically. And I think Donna, which is the Wonder Girl, I believe. I don't know if she's like holding a shield or something. And so these military people are shooting at them like crazy, and she's over here blocking. And then this one guy is like reloading and somehow got so close, I believe. And everyone else Tim Drake's like, like he's reloading, let me take him on. So he goes and does this, like, I guess you would say like in the games, like a flying, straight, like a flying straight kick. I don't know what the move's actually called. Like a kick, basically. He does a jumping kick, damn it. And it looks goofy as fuck though. And just for some reason, he kicks this guy, right? He kicks him down. And then all of a sudden, when he gets behind that, like, there's no shooting. He gets
it's like everyone just stops shooting just for him to go run out, kick that guy, and then run back, I guess.
And then as soon as he gets back behind the shield, it's like everyone just starts shooting again. And I think it's Donna that tells him like, where'd you learn that? And he's like, YouTube or something like that. And I'm like, oh my god, it's the goofiest fucking thing I've ever heard. Like, that was not impressive at all. I could do a fucking flying kick. I mean, it's not that...
Anybody could jump and kick at somebody.
And like, it's just, I don't know, just Tim Drake's character was goofy as hell. I don't know. I think it might be something about the actor. I just can't stand the actor, I think. And yeah, it's just, and just Tim Drake was just not a very likable character in that show. But as much as I would have actually probably maybe enjoyed if they had done, when I heard about the Red Hood thing, they were gonna do a spinoff. the Red
Oh
Hood
yeah,
spinoff.
yeah. That some
And
people
I was
wanted
like,
to do
oh,
that.
that was actually be cool. And they're like, oh, we tried, but it just didn't work out. And then I found out that it was gonna be Red Hood training Tim Drake in Gotham. And I was like,
Yeah,
thank
it's probably a
fucking
good thing it didn't
yeah.
go
Like
through.
I was like, thank fucking God, we did not need that. I did not need that guy coming out anymore.
They should have introduced Red X.
Oh, that would actually be cool. If they actually made a show called Red X, trust me, that would actually be that would be pretty cool. Because I think he's like basically like a Red Hood, but slightly just more different. I think it's somebody else. I think I'm not keeping up with the comic book, but I think it's somebody else
Yeah,
completely.
I think it's somebody who just adapted.
I think it's a Hispanic guy. It might be a black or Hispanic.
You're thinking
guy.
of Blue Beetle.
No, no, it's clearly a different.
There's
guy.
other Hispanic
Yes,
characters.
there's other Hispanic characters. Like
Name another one.
Deadshot got stolen by Mr. Will Smith, which could have gone to Hispanic man. I'm just saying, like just because Will Smith is a big guy, there's big Hispanic people.
Yeah.
I'm not turning it into a race thing. It's just saying like,
Yeah, Will Smith is a good actor, but
like, come on, they actually could have gotten somebody that actually looks like the actual Deadshot. Like, I mean, he was a well, a lot of people didn't like it, to be honest. A lot of people fucking hated
what they got to do
but-
with these comic book movies, especially with characters who wear masks, stop getting known actors, because when you get known actors, of course you're basically you're paying that actor to be in the movie to see their face, because people want to go see them, and that's why movies like that where people wear masks, where Deadshot is always wearing a mask, he doesn't wear a mask most of the time because you're paying for Will Smith,
Yeah, because if not,
So in
what's
this
the
case,
point? Yeah, you could just get any guy.
Get somebody who's starting out, who of course is a good actor, but somebody who's starting out, so that you don't have to worry about paying so much to see somebody's face.
Yeah,
I mean, the movie did bad anyway. Well, it did good in the movies because of the
it
hype
did good
for
moves.
for money, but
And that's I don't know if I've ever brought this up before, but you can't go off of sales. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that by now because
you can't go off of critic.
you can't even
critics
go
either.
by critics. Yeah, because
just fan reviews,
you have-
or not fan
not
audience reviews.
not even really that too, honestly. Because some people will call something like I heard the Jurassic Park Dominion, and
Oh.
people fucking liked it for some reason.
I thought
I
people
watched.
didn't like it.
No, people. It was like mixed, I think, but it did have good reviews. I saw it myself. It's not terrible, but it's not Jurassic Park. It's not good either. It's not like whoa, this is completely different. It doesn't really compete with the originals. I'll tell you that much.
I'm not sure if I've ever said this in the past either, but Morbius. A lot of people shit on that movie. I actually really enjoyed it, except for the end credit scene.
I thought it was
do
pretty.
admit.
I thought it was a decent movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what the fuck everybody was expecting. Honestly, if I'm
I mean,
being
it's like a
honest.
fucking character barely anybody knows about.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe Jared Leto might not. A lot of people say he's not the best actor. Yeah, maybe he's not. I've never really seen him in anything, but maybe the little bit of scenes that he was in American Psycho and Morbius. But it wasn't bad. Like there's worse crap out there. I'll tell you that much. There's worse stuff. Maybe it's because it was Marvel based. And so yeah, I don't know. It's just I guess yeah, you could hate it. I guess like I said, you can't go by critics. You can't go by money because I think it's just based on it has to be just by your own judgment, really. I guess it's just what it comes down to is just you. Well, regardless, what we were saying before.
Actually, yeah. When we started all of this, like we got way off topic.
It always
What
goes
was
like that.
The double,
I could keep branching.
the two-parters.
The two-part thing. Well, that whole Titans thing. Well, saying
That's one of them.
the point of the reason of I did branch off a lot off of it, but because there was a lot of like mix of failures. But with that thing, it's also because the reason why I brought up the Titans to begin with was because I've noticed that in shows they're starting to do this too, to where they're splitting the seasons up, and I don't really like. I don't like.
They're
that.
prolonging the inevitable.
As a viewer,
Just give it to us.
as a
Give us the
viewer,
shit.
You shouldn't have to wait. And this goes to a topic that I've actually been wanting to talk about because I for some reason, do not seem to see this in the media, and it kind of pisses me off a little bit that everyone just kind of opens their mouth and takes it, and it's kind of disturbing.
Like,
So,
what are some other things?
Two-parters?
Yeah. Like as of lately, Titans is one of them.
Before we go to the other thing, there was
Into the Spider-Verse. Apparently, that's I haven't seen it yet.
We haven't seen it, but we heard that it does a two-part thing, and that's kind of dumb, really dumb. Like, you're not paying to go see apparently half a movie. It's like,
it is a full-length movie. It's just
the story's big.
It's just that
why not just call it like they would call it Across the Universe, Across the Spider-Verse, and then just call like do the other part and just call it.
Still across the Spider-Verse. Still traveling across the Spider-Verse.
Call it Spider-Man. We're still going, baby.
Another one was Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, and that was another thing. When I told Ivan, I saw that I was like, can you believe it? I just saw a trailer right now. I think it was Hulu, I believe, or HBO. I don't know which one it was. And I said, guess what they just called the new Mission Impossible movie? And I was like, they called it Day of Reckoning, Part 1. I was like, oh my god. It is coming the Day of Reckoning. Everything's gonna be a two-parter. So, like I said, I know everything. It's not anything new.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan did that. Yeah, they teased you for like so freaking long, which was a freaking good show. That was kind of worth it. But I just don't like the fact of having to wait when I shouldn't have to because you're paying for the streaming, not to wait. But what other shows did that? I can't think. I had a few, but I think that maybe that's it. It's kind of something. It's kind of something that just kind of like recently, where it's kind of starting up.
And it's making me think of the thing also where like now you have to wait for a streaming service to like release by the week.
And that was the issue. The next issue we were gonna get into. That was kind of bothering me was when did we go back to cable television? I'm pretty sure we all remember those days back before the whole Red Box and streaming, Netflix, before all this existed. We all used to just like, as kids and something you're watching, or those adults watching Grey Anatomy, and you're there watching your show. As an example, this is a show that I haven't seen, but I never saw it. But I told him like that. I told him like. Oh, well, example, like, back then, you're watching How I Met Your Mother, and, you're watching on TV, and it's like, oh, it's every Thursday, so you have to wait a whole freaking week, and other than that, you would just see reruns until the next week of that day to see the new episode, and then they're like, we came up with this new invention, this new service of like, oh, well, guess what? You can just stream it and just see it all at once.
All the season will be given to you in one. Yeah.
Be like, okay, this season, season 5's coming out. Boom. Here, all 12 episodes. Go crazy. Watch it.
But the only thing that would suck about that though is that you'd have to wait like a whole year.
But it does. But also, I think it gives you the chance to watch other things.
That's true.
To be stationed. Okay, this is gonna. I know a lot of people liked at least the first season, so maybe. But I know a lot of people liked The Mandalorian. I liked it, at least the first season. I have not seen 2 and 3.
You haven't seen season 2?
I don't think so. I don't think I did. Oh. I saw season 1. I liked the show, and the whole thing also to include the Marvel shows have been doing this too, it's kind of irritating, to be honest. I don't want to have to spend 2 months to watch an 8-episode show.
Yeah, they don't accommodate us people with commitment issues.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I might have issues. But no, it's like I don't know where we went back in time.
It's because
we went back, and I know the reason why.
And I guess this is like things for opinions, but because like I wouldn't I don't really like it to where like one day I can like watch this and then like I get out of the mood and then like wait a whole other week to watch it. Like if I had the chance, I'd just try watching all at once while I'm into it. You know what I mean? Just to get like keep that momentum.
It's kind of like the example. Imagine when I know this show did really well. Imagine Cyberpunk. I know a lot of people were like, because the show is really actually really good. You watch it and you're like, you get kind of in the mood. You get connected to the characters. You're like. Yeah. you're like, oh,
You're invested.
I feel so bad for David. You know, yeah, you connect with the character. You're like, oh, this guy is so relatable, in a sense. And imagine if that show was just split up every week. You're kind of like in and out of this mood, in and out of this mood, and kind of like an example for me, since I watched Game of Thrones late, like after it had already finished, I watched binge watched it all, and I was super invested into the show. Like I was, I would talk with Ivan with it, and Jesus, I was so into it. Like, and then when it ended, it kind of ended like, ah, oh, geez, you want more, you know. That's the kind of show like, but of course, then people were waiting for it. Right? That's why sometimes I prefer to wait for a show, but then it could be years before it ends, and it's like, kind of sucks. But like, yeah, the whole Mandalorian thing, like I know the production, like they're doing it because they're like, it's spiking on these days, and we're expanding it to like what could be done in one day, it's being done in 2 months. But why are you like? I get it, we don't have to have the streaming services, but
I guess we're just impatient.
Well, no, but the thing is, we kind of are going backwards. Like,
you want to see some speed?
We were going speed. Like, it's funny though how we just went back to basic television.
We're going backwards.
Really fast.
Backwards, really fast. You know.
And I don't fucking like it. Really pedal to the metal, but instead of a fucking Easter egg, we're slamming into a fucking wall. Really fast. And we're crashing and burning because, like I said, yes, the only ones that really benefit from this is the production. Like, because they're expanding your watching time. It's kind of...
Yeah, they're keeping you subscribed for another month just to watch it.
And sometimes it's not even worth it.
Like, oh, Stranger Things is another fucking show that did that. This most recent season that came out. Well, I don't know if the season.
Oh, they did a 2-part thing too?
I don't know if it's a 2. Oh yeah. It's part 1 of season.
They released only like 6 episodes also, and then they released another 6. Yeah, they did that too.
Well, they haven't released the second part,
but yeah, it's kind of like, and I looked it up because I was like, I knew it had happened, but nobody was like talking about it or as much. I didn't see much stream when I believe the Mandalorian was the one that started it. When it started coming back.
Pretty sure Mandalorian was the first one that started. I may be mistaken, but I remember that Mandalorian was the first thing I ever saw that started that whole trend on a weekly basis.
The trend back.
Yeah.
And it seemed like I don't know if it seemed like a good idea at the time for many people, like, or if anybody, it just went under everybody's nose, but they kind of like, fucked us over again, where it's like, I don't want to wait. Like, why do I have to wait?
It's because people still wanted to watch it, and so
people, they knew, like, oh, these people they're gonna come back. They want to watch. They're invested in the show.
And Mandalorian was like the best thing that Star Wars ever created, like, in a while.
Because everything past that has been apparently really bad.
All the movies, yeah. I tried getting into the movies, especially for just somebody who just likes a lot of things.
The originals or
the newest ones?
They're all right, but I haven't seen the originals.
It's just everything just went like completely different. We did see the originals.
I didn't see them all. We stopped like on episode 3, I believe.
Well, we saw the original. Oh, you didn't see those with me?
I saw some of them.
No, we saw the prequels.
Oh.
Not the prequels, the ones that came out like in the 90s and the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
We saw those. We didn't see the last one because I wanted to watch the Clone Wars first, because technically in chronological order.
You wanted to watch it, yeah.
But I still never watched Clone Wars, and I still haven't seen the Revenge of the Sith. That's the third one, right? Yeah, that's the one where Anakin becomes Darth.
When he has the high ground.
Yeah. Well, it's actually Kenobi who has the high ground. But
I never understood that. Why didn't he just pull his bitch ass down with him?
They have the Force. Why not, right?
That's why I always told Ivan.
I have the high ground, Anakin. It's over. No, you don't, bitch.
I told Ivan. That's exactly what I would do. I'd just be like, "It's too late, Anakin. I have the high ground." Be like, "The fuck you do?" But yeah, like I don't know. Maybe like I said, maybe it's just me. Maybe because I went from that waiting growing up, we didn't have the streaming services even when they were there around at the time. So us was like, come home from school, watch Family Guy, watch American Dad, do our homework or whatever. Well, usually we didn't have homework, but then play some games and then go to sleep. And that was our routine. constantly like, and if we did want to watch this whatever show it was we were watching, like, or Family Guy, like the new episodes, you would literally have to wait till, like I said, like the next Tuesday or whatever. No, but what I'm saying is that's when you would get like, oh, this is the new episode. It would be like whatever.
It would only air like on Fox on Sundays, like at 8 p.m. And around that time, I wouldn't watch movies because, like, you know, school is the next day, so like other things. And then we didn't get that channel like in our room. Like our antenna was like crappy, so like the only thing to do was in like the living room, but our grandma never wanted to watch that.
And then when we got Netflix and stuff, we were like, oh, like we could just watch movie shows, like, you know, remember, like, we could do this. Like,
remember when we saw that movie Sand Sharks on Netflix?
It sounds familiar, but I can't remember.
It's like sharks that like swim in the sand.
I can't remember. We've seen so many stupid movies, like so many. Killer Sofa, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, I can't believe we actually saw that crap.
And that's because I wasn't really paying attention when I was doing my test review when I was in college. Yeah, remember I was trying to take my notes so I could open-ended test, and I was like kind of watching it, and even if you had full freaking 10,000 X-ray vision on that bitch, the story and the thing was just, oh my God.
And then the very end, it just went completely like
the way the story started had nothing to do with how the story.
No.
It's how it started. It's how it ended. It was completely different. It was really off-putting. If you ever want to watch it and you know you're really
don't watch it. It's a waste of time.
I would say if you're really into bad movies, watch it.
Get drunk or get high.
But
it's not worth it.
I would want to say don't watch it though, because just saving you from a disappointment.
Yeah, that's at the end of it. You're gonna be like, what the hell did I watch?
It's not bad good. That's why.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just
boring.
Just kind of boring
and stupid. No offense to the director, the writer, the actors. I just didn't like the movie.
Maybe it just wasn't our artistic view. But
there was no odds in it.
But yeah, that was just an issue of that I just never heard about when this transition happened, and I just wonder like if everybody just didn't care to know or whatever. I don't know. But I feel like everyone should just
stop. Everyone should just stop.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's no way to actually go back, because now that society has kind of accepted it.
We live in a society.
We live in a society where we went forward and now we're back.
We're paying for television. Basically. No, it's basically normal. Like, it's because there's ads which which basically work as commercials. We have to wait on a weekly basis. It's just that we just.
But wasn't the whole point of streaming though, was that
to do it on your own time?
Basically almost like the pay on demand.
Well, it's because the thing about it though, yeah, it's just that you can see it when you want to rather than you have to see it when it airs. But the only thing about it now is that commercials are back, and
I remember that there was no ads.
There used to not be
ads. There was no ads, and then all of a sudden they added.
It's because of the competitive market.
It's because
they need to make money.
It's because everything got capitalized.
Well, it's always been about capitalism.
No, but like more, because like they thought like we could.
Like, did you hear about the thing where, because you know how Netflix like basically screwed over Blockbuster. I mean, Blockbuster had the chance to buy Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Because of the whole streaming.
But they said nobody will ever go into streaming service. That's stupid. And they're like,
and then
fuck you, Blockbuster.
Oh, and Netflix uploaded. And by the way, guys, we're victims. We're victims of the Netflix password sharing thing. We're kind of in a situation right now with that. I started Bridgerton, Queen Charlotte. I can't finish watching the last 2 episodes because
we're gonna figure it out. That Baki's gonna come out, so I have till July.
You have till July to figure it out.
And Cobra Kai.
I still haven't seen it.
No. Well, you don't really care, right?
I want to. It's just haven't had the time.
I have a question. Okay, so I have a coworker.
Oh wait. Before we finish, sorry. I was just gonna say that when Netflix did the password sharing thing, Blockbuster like made a tweet or something like that, which I didn't even know they were still a thing. Yes. But saying like, oh, we'll never
go like out of style, basically. Like
you don't have to share your passwords with our movies or something like that. Yeah, somewhere along those lines of the password thing. But yeah, what were you saying?
Maybe Blockbuster was onto something. We just didn't listen.
Maybe Blockbuster should have just bought Netflix when they had the chance.
Now, but think about it now, guys. Like, you know that day where you probably would have went like, let me go get a movie. Let me go to the horror section. Let me go to a romance system. And you meet a girl there in the movies, and you're like, hey, we like the same genre. Like, you wanna hang out and just watch a movie, share? And now it's like, you're just you're just watching streaming services alone in your underwear with your Cheeto stains, and you're just there, and like, you don't have to go out now, and you're not meeting anybody.
I just fucking realized. And then there's a show called Blockbuster on Netflix. I mean, it was a pretty good show. Yeah, the one where it's like the last Blockbuster.
Yeah, you saw it. It's a show.
Yeah,
I didn't. See
I liked it.
Yeah, but you saw
It's
it.
just I don't know if season 2 is gonna come out.
But so a question I was thinking. This is what I asked a coworker if she was watching the Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you. I'm not sure. And I asked her if she'd watch it, and she said that. So you're watching a show of basically where bullies, kids bully people, which is like the original Karate Kid movies, not the one with Jaden Smith. I don't like that one. It's very cringy. What's it called? So she claims that apparently that caused more bullying. That's why she can't watch it, because she has kids. But
isn't it like the whole thing about it is anti-bullying?
Yeah, but like how she says, like, because the first rule, and karate is only for defense.
Yeah,
and
like
the show basis of karate being used as a weapon.
They're the dark side of karate.
If you see, honestly, both sides are not as better than the other. They use it as a weapon against each other.
But one is a defense.
But to be honest, I don't see this show. I told her, like, it doesn't really make sense because I don't see this show have the same effect that 13 Reasons Why did. Where that shit just fucking took off in a sideways,
Suicide became popular.
And with this one, it's not like you don't exactly see people climbing into fucking karate. Well, at least I didn't hear anything about karate dojos.
There may have been a spike.
There may have been a spike. I mean, but they got to realize that it's not like the show where you're just gonna go around fucking challenging people like Street Fighter 6 over there. How cool. I just want to bring this up. How fucking badass would that be? Imagine
world like Street Fighter 6?
A whole world. Yeah. This is like everyone. How badass would it be? Or if you would not like it because you wouldn't want to be that scrawny kid just walk in and some guy just bitch slaps you.
I challenge you to a fight. Dude, you're 200 pounds.
You have 200 pounds on me. And then he just like Will Smith slaps your ass and then guess what? KO'd, bitch. You're out for the count.
Whoa, I just got slapped by Will Smith.
But in a world like that where strength is everything, like, would that be a cool world? Or do you think would it actually be promoting violence, or would it be, since it's such the norm, that it wouldn't actually be as violent?
Well, at that point it's not violence. At that point it's just a lifestyle.
But how crazy! Like, imagine if you did actually start seeing that. Like, you see fucking kids karate chopping the shit out of each other. Like, oh, fuck him up! Yeah, I got $10 on the kid in the white shirt. But then again, the fights you do see on the streets are like abominations.
Shitty. They're all like doing like the.
It makes you want to kind of go in there and start beating some ass and be like, "This is how you do it, Sonny."
You know that episode from Blue Mountain State when apparently the
windmill?
Iceman comes out.
If anyone would ever get in a fight, pro tip: use the windmill. Grab your hands and just start spinning them. It's
and then do a cartwheel and then go. Doesn't he
do a double punch? You know how, if you've seen Aquaman, you know how it's like the unbeatable spin? It's basically that, but double to twice the power. It's unstoppable. You won't regret it.
Turns out he was high on expired cherry flavored panties or something like that.
Yeah.
The entire
he was hallucinating Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
What's his name? Sammy, you've been hallucinating for a week. Which is, that show is so funny. That Alan Richardson, man, oh my god. That guy's character is just something else.
Hilarious.
He's something else.
Well, I don't know if y'all have actually like watched up all the way here at the end, but I know we went a little off rails again with the whole topic, but would y'all like to like live in a world where fighting was thing? Like, okay, it's basically a good example how you just said Street Fighter 6, like where you can just go up and challenge somebody. Would y'all like to live in a world like that? Let us know what you think in the comments. But other than that, thank y'all for watching today's episode and keep an eye out for future episodes. Like I said, I want to try getting back into this, the podcasts and the videos. I have a beach video, but I just haven't gone around to editing it. But yeah, just keep an eye out, turn on those notifications, and hopefully we can keep the ball rolling. You want to say goodbye, Angel?
Yeah. Also, first, Hollywood, make those streaming services go away. I want my shows faster. I'm tired of waiting. It's too long. All right, that's just my take. All right, see y'all.
All right.
Bye.
That's about it. See you.